Fallout 3, 4, and New Vegas have all been beaten with only a minigun, a flamer, a fat man, and all sorts of other highly powerful weaponry that makes you wonder if they even count as challenge runs at all. Well, most of the time, they do. Whether it's the rarity of the weapon or its ammo, the clunkiness and heavy skill investment, or a combination of the two, beating a Fallout game with only a heavy weapon is surprisingly difficult sometimes. That brings us to the shoulder-mounted machine gun, one of the more forgotten heavy weapons in my eyes. Would it be possible to walk the Lonesome Road with sheer overwhelming firepower rather than relying on silly tactics and strategy? Well, today I'm gonna find out, as I ask the question, can you beat Lonesome Road with only a shoulder-mounted machine gun? Unlike most runs I do, there are no difficulty or companion restrictions, as doing the DLC from level 1 is enough of a challenge already, and Eddie is forced on you for pretty much the entire thing. Yep, we're doing this straight out of Doc Mitchell's house, ignoring the DLC's level recommendation of 25. As for the rules, I'm only allowed to damage enemies with the shoulder-mounted machine gun, obviously, which means I'll have to rely on Eddie until I get one. Environmental kills like warheads, mines I didn't place, exploding cars, etc. don't count. I have to buy and attach all upgrades for the shoulder-mounted machine gun by the end of the run. I also have to detonate all warheads in the DLC, including the ones in the Courier's Mile, and find all Eddie upgrades in the DLC as well. This is to ensure I don't rush things too quickly. Now, without further ado, let's begin. For my name, I go with John Fallout. Nah, John Rambo. I've never seen a Rambo movie before, so I don't know if he ever uses a shoulder-mounted machine gun, but it seemed fitting either way. You can tell I've never seen a Rambo movie as my character ends up sharing little to no resemblance to him. To be fair, I tried making it off of memory alone. For my stats, I go with 8 strength to meet the requirement of the weapon and for carrying more stuff to sell, 1 perception since I don't care about better criticals, 9 endurance since everything in the Divide hits damn hard, 3 charisma for a teensy bit more barter skill and companion effectiveness, which I think applies to Eddie, 9 intelligence for skill points, 9 agility for gun skill and VATS, and 1 luck since the SMMG isn't built for crits. I'm gonna call it the SMMG from now on, by the way, but since that's pretty hard to say, I'm just gonna call it the SMG. That might be a little confusing, but what can you do? For my tag skills, I go with barter to buy ammo and meds, guns since the SMG has a pretty high skill requirement, and medicine for the same reason as endurance. I pick claustrophobia and skilled as my traits. To my understanding, most of Lonesome Road takes place outside, so claustrophobia lets me save a lot of special points. As for skill, the DLC gives you more than enough EXP anyway, so it's not a huge loss. After leaving Doc Mitchell's house, I bolt straight to Lonesome Road, not bothering to do a single thing or even change out my armor on the way. I figure that if this is a level 1 playthrough, I should do as little as possible before starting the DLC to keep things fair. Unlike the other DLCs, Lonesome Road is just kind of there for any player to do, regardless of how early you are in the game, which is kind of ironic considering it has the highest level requirement. A run past some coyotes later and we're in the Divide proper, ready to officially start this DLC. Before meeting Eddie, I loot pretty much everything in here, as I know there's a commissary he can unlock right away. I trade almost all my DLC items and some random junk for a 10mm ammo and a riot helmet. Odd that a military commissary lets you dump random junk into it for money, but I'm not complaining. It's here where I find the first of Eddie's upgrades, which are all on Eyebot corpses scattered throughout the Divide. Kinda fucked up that I'm ripping the organs out of Eddie's kins and stuffing them inside him, but oh well. Since I can't attack yet, I put my hacking skill to good use as I shut off a few of the sentry bots. The rest of them Eddie has to deal with, and because of my 3 charisma, he just about manages to scrap them before being missiled into a black stain. As for the turrets and sentry bots by the exit, well, I don't need to kill them to progress, so I just run away like a little bitch. This levels me up for the first time, where I get science to 40, as one of Eddie's upgrades is behind a hardlock terminal. I also get the Swift Learner perk to soften the experience penalty from skilled. For now, my main goal is to get the laser detonator, as marked men using the SMG can be found in the women's barracks, which you need the detonator to access. I also reloaded the men's barracks several times to see if one of them has the SMG, but no dice. The only problem is, one of the marked men has a sawed-off laser shotgun that punches right through my armor, making it genuinely impossible to not die when trying to run past him. I try to find another way into the area, but due to all the invisible walls, that plan dies in the water. So I grit my teeth and turn the difficulty from very hard hardcore to very easy non-hardcore, just so I can get past this one section. With bullets and rockets showering me from all directions, I'm able to grab the fancy laser pointer, detonate one of the nukes in the way, and escape with life and limb, just life, intact. At the very least, I level up from this, where I get science to 53. I then blow open a path into the women's barracks and reload the area several times until I get lucky, and 2 of the marked men carry SMGs. I let Eddie kill one of them so I can pick up her gun and use it to finish off the second. As you can see, the SMG does pretty respectable damage at a high rate of fire, offset by its high guns and strength requirements. I'll need to somewhat prioritize the gun skill if I want to use it effectively anytime soon. After turning the difficulty back to very hard hardcore, I get to test the gun out properly for the first time. Due to the spread, it's most effective at close range, especially in VATS where you can guarantee most of the shots will hit your target. It does a decent job of cleaning up these marked men, but the fight still leaves me at 1 health, so I'll need to be more careful if I want to survive. The thing works especially well against groups, as you can quickly swap between targets while still laying the pain on them. After a few more marked men get marked for death, I level up again, where I get guns to 50, put a few points into repair and survival, and get the comprehension perk for a programmer's digest later. Most of the remaining marked men use melee weapons, arc welders, flamers, and other weapons that make them easy pickings before they can really reach me. The main problem I'm having is ammo. Even with perfect headshots, I don't have enough ammo to heal Blister and his cronies. I get around this by using Psycho to boost my damage, but even then I'm left with basically nothing in terms of bullets. Thankfully, there is a shipping crate near the overpass entrance that contains an SMG and some ammo, so it's not completely hopeless. Speaking of the overpass, I just bolt straight through here before the tunnelers can react, as I need to preserve my ammo and they don't give me anything besides EXP. Out of tunneler hell, my next level up is where I prioritize getting guns to 75. The named marked man Beast has the same problem as Blister in that I don't have enough ammo to kill him. However, there is another SMG crate in his camp, so after picking that up I poach him no problem. It's at this point I realize I'm going to have to spend hours grinding out ammo, so I set the difficulty to normal. I still keep hardcore mode on, and doing the DLC from level 1 is challenging enough as it is, so I think this is fair. Before heading on, I go back to the starting area as the HQ has an Eddie upgrade, some half-decent loot, an auto dock to heal my crippled limbs and rads, and a commissary which I buy more stim packs and ammo from. Also, can we just appreciate how badass my character looks? Anyway, after getting my first upgrade in the form of a recoil compensator, I begin to clear out the beginning area for more loot until I level up, where I get guns to 75 and the rapid reload perk, as the SMG has a pretty elaborate reload animation. Back on track, I enter the Crow's Nest for the advanced riot gear as well as a bunch of magazines and stim packs. Now, I look even more badass. The Deathclaws, due to being such large targets, aren't as tough to take down as I thought. It especially helps when they get stuck on the terrain, preventing them from reaching me. Their swipes do enough damage to bring me near death, but I'm usually able to take them down before it comes to that. As for Bonesaw, the unique marked man, well, first I let Eddie soften him up, and when he goes down, I just let him run into all the satchel charges on the way, which leaves him at 1 health, at which point I quickly finish him off. Accidentally proving Ulysses right levels me up once more, where I get medicine to 50. Now for the infamous elevator ride, and while this could be a pain in the ass due to my limited ammo, I have a plan. I just crouch in the corner and use a stealth boy, preventing any of the tunnelers from seeing me. The explosions gradually pick them off one by one, so besides a few stragglers, I don't have to do anything to succeed. The same cannot be said for the sentry bots, as they fire a barrage of missiles at me in close quarters, which strikes me as a foolish idea. Luckily, there's an auto dock right nearby to fix me up, and I even level up right away, where I put points into barter, get guns to 80, and the quick draw perk. I also trade all the stuff me and Eddie has been carrying for an extended magazine, making that 2 upgrades down, 1 to go. What's even better is that by using Mentats and a Programmer's Digest, I can get another one of Eddie's upgrades. After that, I get attacked by some more magic markers, but run out of normal ammo in the process, so I switch to Hollow Point. Since they use relatively light armor, it works out pretty well, and I even find one using an SMG which I quickly grab to repair my own. It's here where I showcase that, even though the SMG is best at close range, it can still kick some serious ass at long range as well. Aim in your enemy's general direction and they just sorta crumple like a paper bag. A bit later, I find the next Eddie upgrade in the municipal sewers, get the elite riot gear, and find the last upgrade near the Cave of the Abaddon. I wipe out a few of the tunnelers in there, but ultimately have to retreat to buy more ammo. After leveling up, getting guns to 95 and the Stonewall perk, I reach the point where Eddie is taken from you. That means I won't be able to use him to distract and pick off enemies and carry my gear. I honestly thought the fight with
Valor X3
would be a lot tougher, but by taking every drug in my inventory, it's not that much trouble to gun it down. Doing this grants me its Talon, which can be crafted into a Deathclaw gauntlet and can't be removed from your inventory. That might be very helpful in a future challenge, we'll see. Shortly after killing Blade, another unique marked man, I run dry of both normal ammo and hollow point, meaning I'll have to vendor reset for more. Problem is that I'm in hardcore mode and I only have so much water to go around. I come up with a solution where I can trade, wait a few days, fast travel to a source of water, fast travel back to a commissary, and repeat ad nauseum. By the time I'm done, I have over 600 rounds, which should be more than enough for the rest of the run. There's one last camp of marked men I have to clear out, but again, since most of them have melee weapons, it's not much of an issue. Finally, I reach Ulysses' temple, where I level up to get guns to 100 and free my favorite floating robotic eyeball from captivity. The last 6 warheads, besides the Courier's Mile, are all around Ulysses, and after blowing them up, I confront the trenchcoat-wearing bastard once and for all. I honestly expected this fight to be a lot harder and more drawn out, but he just sorta went down like a chump. The marked men who follow his death don't fare much better. Well, with that anticlimactic ending, I let Eddie sacrifice himself to save the world or something, making getting all his upgrades pointless. I dramatically escape and prove that yes, you can beat Lonesome Road with only the shoulder-mounted machine gun. Well, after I blow up the last 2 warheads in the Courier's Mile, of course. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to not miss similar content in the future. If you didn't enjoy the video, dislike and give constructive criticism so I can improve. Leave your ideas for new videos in the comments. I do read them and put them at the end of each video. You can also support my Patreon or become a channel member to get shouted out and make your video suggestions more likely to become reality. Check me out on Discord or Reddit using the links in the description, or check out my second channel, The Loophole, where I post everything that doesn't fit here. This is Causal Loop signing off. Peace.